unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
Best of luck to all the team members, and thank you for joining us tonight.
George Langevin Productions presents today CIF Division III Soccer, the championship game here at Torrey Pines High School. How's it going, everybody? Should be a good ball game. University on the season, 18-4-5, 7-1 in league, along with La Jolla, who are co-champs in the Western League. La Jolla on the year is 14-4-1. La Jolla coached by Larry Mang in his second season, and University is coached by Butch Lee in his 6th year. Goals for University this year, they scored 81 and they've given up 19. La Jolla has scored 61, and they have given up 28. So, should be a good match as we get rolling here. Let's go over the lineups for you as we begin with the University of San Diego High School Dons. And David, who is a senior, she's the goalie today. The defense for University, Marissa Beck, Miley Robichard, Jeanne Fournier, and Summer Porter, as they'll use 4 on defense. Midfielders, Tracy Healy, Tony Nunez, and Makara Kelly. And the forwards for University, Shelly Kilcoyne, Aaron Ippolito, Carrie O'Leary. For La Jolla, the goalie today, Jerry Tallarino. Defenders, Jessa Lewis, Allison West, Blanca Bayardo, and Stephanie Edwards. Midfielders, Amanda Salas, Lisa Holder, Pam Lear, and Amy Mond. And the forwards are Julie Mond and Melanie McCutcheon. So there you have the starting 11 on both sides as the Dons try to establish their offense right away. As you take a view of the sideline of the La Jolla team as they'll put the ball back into play. Over there now is University. They try to clear it out as the defender. Nice knock away there by Nunez. She was right in the right place at the right time. Hopefully she didn't get hurt too much there. So it'll go over to the Dons and Makara Kelly. Actually, she'll give way to her teammate. And that will be, take a look there. It looks as though it'll be Jeanne Fournier, the stopper. Out towards the outside of the goalie box as the Dons trying to get a shot on goal. Over there is O'Leary. And good defense by the Allison West, who is one of the co-captains for this La Jolla Vikings team. Shot inside, off, not quite to number 3 for University, Shelly Kilcoyne. A nice feed from Jeanne Fournier, number 16. Nice attempt on her part to set up a possible scoring opportunity for the Dons. We're scoreless here, or just underway here at Torrey Pines High School for this game. Division III, the CIF championship game. Taken away by La Jolla's number 30, Melanie McCutcheon, as they try to get their offense going. Here comes Lisa Holder. Now run down. The 15s are at it. A nice dive there by Julie Mond. She's the leader of this offense for La Jolla. And she went and marked tightly and went against and tried to pass her opponent, Marissa Beck. Couldn't quite do it, however. Nice attempt there. Nice hustle by Jeanne Fournier. Now back over to La Jolla's Amy Mond, the older sister of Julie. Amy playing the defense, and Julie, of course, at that forward position. And now at midpoint line as they get themselves established. La Jolla just trying to hold their own. Over there is Amanda Salas, one of the standout players at inside mid for this La Jolla Viking team. We'll get some information on all these players once we get ourselves going here and once things start becoming more established in the game. And now, I don't know, I heard someone mention if someone was all right. Possibly an injury on the field. We'll have to see here. Throwing in for La Jolla, Stephanie Edwards. And now we have a delay, and apparently we do have an injury. We have to see what it is. And let's see which team it's going to be against as far as the injury goes. And that's going to hurt. And indeed, right there, it looks as though it's going to be, yes, Julie Mond, the forward. Julie, the catalyst on offense. That's going to hurt the Vikings dearly. Hopefully they can come back, though, and rally behind her. Maybe she won't be out too long. We'll have to see. She's really a stud, is what Coach Larry Mang says. First team All-League this year, league MVP, has had some great scores, can dribble, shoot, and pass. Not afraid to take it to the net at all. And she's had many scores on headers. She's had 3 to 4 hat tricks this year and extremely fast with great speed. And she showed that on a break earlier in this game, in the beginning moments of it. So she'll sit down. We'll see if she can get back in there. So La Jolla will have to make do without her as they try to move it inside, but have to backtrack on defense. And that one will roll out of bounds. Blanca Bayardo, a good shot of Blanca. Blanca has improved a lot in one season. She's really a tough player. She's started all season. She never gives up at all, and she'll be in the game the whole time. She won't even be replaced. She's that valuable to Coach Mang, and she's also a great tackler. Erin Ippolito now for University. Centering pass broken up by La Jolla as they tried to stifle her there on the attack, and they did so. Melanie McCutcheon making a run for it, trying to get inside. And the defense for the Dons is right there as they beat her to it. That was number 17. That was Miley Robichard, the left defender. Miley has some great skills and some good poise out there, which you really need in this kind of game. And she really knows how to mark the tough forwards on the other team and do it well. So it'll be Amanda Salas, the inside midfielder. She'll take the kick. Amanda has really also one of the standouts at the midfield line for La Jolla. Back kicked over to number 16 for the La Jolla Vikings as they try to get themselves started. Things slowing up a little bit, and we have a whistle. It's going to go to the Vikings. And so we'll see who's going to kick it. Looks like Salas is going to do it. Chip towards the corner. And that one will go out. Amanda, we'll talk a little bit about her. She was last year's most valuable player for the team. She made first team All-League as well, and she's really a great all-around player. She's smart, a team leader out there, and she really loves playing soccer, and that's really important too. And she's also done very well in the assist department. She's passed the ball around a lot and got credit for a lot of goals as far as helping out. McCare Kelly, and McCare going down for the Dons. Let's see if that's going to... she can get up or not. And boy, this has been a very physical game early, hasn't it? La Jolla losing a player, their standout offensive attacker. And let's see if she'll get up. Apparently not. She's still on the ground. So McCare Kelly, really a team player. She is hard to get knocked off the ball, but apparently she just lost her footing there for a second as she made contact. She really has a great shot. She's got a rocket for one, says Coach Butch Lee. And she's scored 6 goals this year, but Butch hoping that she'll get more involved with the offense. As the coaches will go out now and take a look and see if she's okay. So we'll take a break as we're scoreless here in the first 8 minutes of the game. And it took a good look there at Janae Fournier. Janae will just take a water break. She was already in the game, and she'll get back out there. Good idea. Take advantage of the time you've got to do that. Coming in now as McCare will go out of the game, led off by the coaches. It's going to be Anna Urenga. So Butch Lee and his assistant coach, Nunez, will assist her off the field. We'll see if she'll go back in the game. So each team down one starting player so far. And she's got good spirit. She's laughing it off, just trying to take it in stride. She's had a good year. She's helped her team out. She'll just have to be a cheerleader for a while and hopefully have a chance to get back in there later on. Over along the left side, we have University's Tracy Healy. She gets tangled up, knocked out of there by La Jolla's Amy Mond. At midfield stripe is University. That's Marissa Beck, the sweeper, just trying to keep it in their offensive area as they do so. La Jolla just trying to kick it away, get something established. It's tough losing your offensive catalyst, but you've got to just bear down. It's a team game. It isn't just one player to do it for you. You've got to work together and just do what you can. And they've got some good bench players, the Vikings do, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for them. University and La Jolla scoreless here in the first 10 minutes of the game. I'm George Langevin. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Whoever you're rooting for, number 32 there for La Jolla. That's Allison West. She'll give way over to Blanca Bayardo. Blanca does a lot of the toss-ins from that position. One of the most improved players on this La Jolla Viking team. And there's David, the keeper for University. And a senior this year, really a coachable player. And she gets the job done and is very consistent behind the goal net. And you know, believe it or not, during the season, she's taken a couple of penalty shots, and she made one of them. So, not bad percentage, 1 out of 2. So over on the side there was University's number 2. That was Summer Porter. Summer plays on one of the club teams during the year for Scripps United. 5 of the players for University are from Scripps Ranch, and a lot of them play for the club soccer teams. Chipped out towards the side, but caught by the goalie, Jerry Talarino. That was attempted chip shot there by Tony Nunez, the center midfielder. Tony, the Western League first-team All-Star 1990-91 season last year. And she's been on the state select team for 3 years, so she's really a fine player for Butch Lee. Also involved with the Olympic Development State Select team. And also she scored 12 goals this year, so she's been a big part of the offense for University, but no one dominant player on this University Dons team, really. And they've tallied 81 goals on the year, which is really outstanding. So on the far side, the Dons will toss it into play. Run down by Stephanie Edwards of La Jolla, and there is Erin Ippolito. So La Jolla just clearing it away. They haven't really established much offense since the injury to their star forward. They've just got to get themselves going here. University has had the edge since that time. Miley feeding it to the keeper. Good shot of Miley there. Doing her job once more. And now the Dons trying to get an attack going with Ana Urenga, who's playing in the midfield position. Taken away by La Jolla. Replacing Mon, however, we had not mentioned her yet. It was Christy Carter as she dishes off to Pam Lear. Kicked out towards the center as La Jolla trying to make a bid. Right on it is Tracy Healy, doing a good job at the midfield spot. Here's O'Leary. She's very quick, one of the fastest players on the team. And she passes it down over there to Shelley Kilcoyne, but it'll go La Jolla's way. O'Leary, not only is she fast, she has scored 7 goals on the year, and she's had many assists on crosses. The only flaw, really, is that she's just got to watch getting knocked out off the ball versus big people, big defenders, that is, who are right on her. But overall, she's really a great player. Over its center point line and over back University's way as they just try to get themselves established here. And they've been taking some attempts on goal, but nothing really close as of yet. O'Leary trying to feed it inside, and it goes in, and this time the University gets the goal. And their opportunities there, they take advantage. Shelley Kilcoyne tallies the goal on an assist from Carrie O'Leary, and the Dons lead it 1-0. So University gets the early go 13 minutes into the game and gets themselves established quickly here offensively. Good look there at the goal scorer, Shelley Kilcoyne. Division III final here at Torrey Pines High, USDHS 1, La Jolla 0. Back over to La Jolla as they quickly try to get an equalizer on the board themselves. But it will go against them, and University will get the possession again. And there's a Jeanne Fournier. Nice kick by Jeanne. Right at center circle, La Jolla has it. In the action momentarily was Lisa Holder. They call her Spike. She's the inside midfielder. Drop down. La Jolla hoping for an opportunity to get a break, but University's right there. Now Fournier will take the free kick. She's been doing a lot of that today. Apparently she'll do most of it over the duration of this game. Now over towards University inside there. Kilcoyne couldn't quite get it. The defense played it well and was able to take it away from her. Over there is Jessa Lewis, the sweeper. Jessa made second team All-League last year, and she was also a starter last year. She'll be in the game the whole time. She really knows what she's got to do out there. She knows how to communicate. She makes few mistakes, and she really has some great soccer skills. Throwing it in for the Dons is Healy. Tracy looking for an outlet pass. She couldn't quite get to it to begin with, and La Jolla has it. Here comes Holder. Keeps the ball in bounds. Good footwork by Lisa, better known as Spike for the Vikings. And there's Amy Mon. Amy hoping her sister will get back in the game to help her team's offense. But they've got to make do. In there, adequately replacing her is Christy Carter. And she really has some great natural ability, some good touch on the soccer ball. She can also score some goals, so she's been a great helper off the bench for Coach Larry Mang. So it's great having a good bench, too. It really helps out. Believe it or not, though, these two teams have met twice before during the season. The first time they played at La Jolla, and they won 4-1, a 3-goal victory. And then the second time they played, also at La Jolla, and this time it was for the league title. And believe it or not, Uni this time took it to them 2-1. So they split during the regular season. And this is actually the rubber game, the championship game. How ironic, as both teams co-champions in the Western League with an identical record of 7 wins and 1 loss. And of course, each loss was to each other. So how even can you get? So we're going to have a goal kick coming up here. And it looks as though it'll be Ana Uranga, I believe, that was taking the kick there. And a nice one right near midfield. Cleared out of there nicely by Nunez. And La Jolla responding back their way. So it's been very enjoyable to watch this game. We're at the twilight time. This game starting around 5 o'clock or so. So darkness will probably set in around the second half of play here, as University will get the opportunity to put it back in. So Ana Uranga will do it again for her team. Ana really has a great shot on goal, and she's great also on kicks when she plays defense. She basically is playing midfield right now for Makir Kelly. Passed out to Salas. Amanda looking for someone. Actually just taking the shot on goal herself. Near it, but couldn't get to it, was Amy Mond. But Salas taking the shot, just goes a little wide to the right. So La Jolla trying to get some attacking of their own going here. It's been a little bit slow for them since that injury, but they keep on making the effort and just do the best you can with it. Got some good players out there. They've got a lot of talent. University, also a great team. All these players, I'm sure a majority of them have played club soccer. We'll even let you know what teams they play for as we go along. Right at midfield now, La Jolla trying to just establish something. Over there is Salas. Amanda playing for a club team called the Villa Brats, and believe it or not, Tony Nunez, her opponent, plays with her on the under-17 team. And I'm sure this team will be involved with the State Cup, which is starting out right after the postseason of high school is over, and it will go all the way till the last weekend of April 4th and 5th in Bakersfield. The teams can get that far. And who knows, maybe they'll be together on a championship team, which is pretty ironic considering they play against each other in a high school championship game. Nice catch by Talarino. Shot on goal there as the Dons making some more effort to increase their lead, already out in front by 1. University tallied about 8-9 minutes ago. A goal by Shelley Kilcoyne and a nice feed from Carrie O'Leary, resulting in the only score of the game. So we'll have a play back in there by University. Shelley Kilcoyne will go after it. Shelley's 7 goals on the air, takes a lot of the corner kicks, and she's really good at centering passes down the middle. And let's watch this one. Right down the middle it is, headed away though. Nice try by O'Leary, couldn't quite get to. The defense was there for La Jolla. They did a good job on it, but absolutely able to do that. Shelley Kilcoyne really had that ball right down the middle of the goal net for someone to try to head it in. So she did a great job of trying to assist on a goal. University keeping it in. Ippolito denied a shot on goal by La Jolla. Good play. Robichar trying to get it. University keeping it in their attacking area, but this one goes too out, actually too far and out of bounds. So University will take the kick. It's number 32, Allison West, the stopper. Allison, one of the co-captains of this team. She plays for Villa, and her coach is Mike Foran, who coaches for University City. So a lot of these coaches, some of them will coach in more than one team. And a good chance for players to not only play for them in high school, but also in club, and over the net and out. Nice try by University. A shot on goal there by Nunez. A little bit too high and over the crossbar, but nice try anyway. As we mentioned earlier, Tony has scored 12 goals this year, and she really knows how to pass and dribble the ball as well. So you got to look out for her. She's playing that important position in soccer, one of the most difficult ones in center midfield. You've got to be all over the field, play offense and defense, and there's a lot to do with it. Taken back away by Holder. She stands out pretty much. She's one of the taller players out on the field there. Passing it out to Salas. Salas making a run. Defenders are closing in. Shot on goal, just shy to the left side. Nice try by Amanda, trying to do it on her own. She can't find anybody open, but her shots were not too far away. She's had a couple attempts, but they also were off to the left-hand side. So Amanda, again, playing for the Villa Brats once high school season's over with, was MVP last year for this team. You got to really watch out for her. Very dangerous player. Dropped out to midfield. Nice kick by University as they cleared well out of defensive range. La Jolla regaining possession, however. And right over to Ann David, the senior. Kind of interesting to find out how many of these players who are seniors will go on and play soccer in college, or at least try out for the team, as we have some physical contact going on there between Salas and her opponent. Couldn't quite tell who that was, but nevertheless, La Jolla will regain possession of the ball as they try to tie up this game. We're past the halfway mark in the first half of play. University 1, La Jolla 0. Salas once again not being marked. They're kind of zoning her out a little bit, playing a few players away from her. Maybe they are aware of her, how good she can be, and know that she's more dangerous than some of the other players. But everybody has a great skill here in the soccer teams. You don't get to high school by being an average player. But she probably is one of the most dangerous ones out in the field now. A shot on goal, kicked away by David. Nice play as she clears it out towards her defense, and they get it out of danger. Good job by University. So retrieving that one will be Blanca Bayardo. They call her Whitey as a nickname. Trying to find somebody. And cleared away by the keeper. Over now, the Dons. They're trying to get something going here. Dropped out to midfield. Summer Porter, and now Ann David again. La Jolla has been mounting more of an attack in the last 5 minutes or so of this first half. Again, soccer, a very streaky game. You got periods where the teams will dominate a little bit more for a while, and then all of a sudden the other team will take charge out there, and then there'll be times where the teams just can't establish anything, and they'll just kind of go back and forth at the midfield line. As we're going to have some changes now for University. And coming in the game will be Katie Ott, and going out of the game will be Tracy Healy. So Katie will take over at left mid. Katie, only a sophomore, learning the game of soccer. Very strong out there. She scored 2 goals on the year. Butchley working her in to where she'll probably be a starter next year as a junior. I'm sure of that. As Tracy Healy, of course, a senior this year, and so she'll most likely be going on to school and playing soccer next year. Lifted out by La Jolla's Amy Mon, and Ann David right there beating the attackers, doing the job as she beat Christy Carter, who was the one closest to her to try to get that one in. Ott pursuing that ball, trying to get involved with the action. She's kind of got tied up with her marker. Summer Porter plays club soccer. She plays for Steve Van Kampen. when she's not playing high school soccer. She played some State Cup soccer before, and I'm sure she'll be doing it again this year. So Katie Otten will have the honor of actually giving way, not throwing it over to Summer Porter. Summer will get the opportunity, and she'll put it back in. Clock says about 16 minutes and about 35 seconds left in this first half. Of course, that time is unofficial due to the injury time. Each team had an injured player. That took some time and added it on to the clock. So we'll get a general time frame, maybe 3 or 4 minutes in addition to that, or less. Referee, of course, is the timekeeper, and he or she keeps the time on their watch, and it's kind of private about it. So you'll see the score clock go down to 3 minutes, and then after that, it'll be just a matter of referee making a decision as to when the half will be over. Kicked out towards the middle. Nice try there by Marissa Beck, trying to find somebody in the open. Keeping it in their offensive territory, however. Over there is Fournier. Genet looking for someone inside, but taken away by La Jolla. Genet again pursuing and tried to find Shelly Kilcoyne, but Shelly was off balance and couldn't quite keep her foot up to where the ball was placed. But nice try, however, by University. They will still regain possession of the ball, and it'll be a Kilcoyne from the corner. So corner kicks, very important in this game of soccer. A lot of goals have been tallied on them. University's Shelly Kilcoyne is really, that's one of her specialties. As we'd mentioned earlier, she's able to put the ball right in the middle of the net, and up in the air it is, a little bit off to the right that time. But they still keep it in their offensive side. Here comes Salas. Amanda, very dangerous. Here she comes for a moment, keeps her footing, turning around though is Nunez. Her kick is blocked by Salas, but it will go over to the Dons as they'll regain possession. Good hustle by Amanda and good defense coming back to it. As Marissa Beck, the sophomore, will throw it back in and put it over to her keeper, Ann David. University, an interesting team. They've got a total of 3 senior starters, and the rest sophomores and juniors, and actually 1 freshman, Carrie O'Leary. Actually 2, Miley Robichard and Carrie O'Leary in the starting lineup. So this team really has a great future. You got players that are going to be coming back. They're only going to lose 3 starters, and that's very impressive to know. So they're looking strong for next year. Looking to win back-to-back titles. They actually won last year. I believe it was against San Pasqual, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the score was 4-0. They played them and won without a problem. This game not turning out to be that way at all. It's 1-0 right now. And nice battle underneath there with La Jolla's Amy Mond and Katie Ott for University. Summer Porter will take the throw-in again. She'll be doing that. You'll see some good shots of her during the first half. Playing that left defense position. Over there now towards the middle. Kilcoyne trying to find somebody open. Nunez running for it. Can't get to it. Salas intercepts it. Nice attempted tackle by Fournier. Anna Uranga can't get it by, and here comes La Jolla again. Taken back away by the defense of University as they stop their drive once more. Cleared away nicely by Miley Robichard and out of bounds. Nice credit on hand there you see for La Jolla and some of the players on the bench watching and cheering on their team. Uranga lofted over way out towards the right-hand corner. Well, let's talk about some of these club teams and these players play on. We have for University, Miley Robichard plays for Pegasus, and Shelly Kilcoyne, for example, plays for the Crusaders. Erin Ippolito is for Scripps United. They play for all different kinds of teams. Janae Fournier for the Crusaders. So I believe Shelly and Janae play together during the State Cup season and, of course, before the high school season starts. Soccer, really, if you really get into both facets of it with high school and state, you're playing from September all the way till the end of March That's a long season, but I know players who do that really love the game of soccer. They've got to. It's a long, long year. You're talking about a good 8 months of soccer. So the La Jolla team, some of their players, Blanca Bayardo playing for Pegasus, and Lisa Holder playing for the Villa Brats with Amanda Salas. They're teammates on that team. Julie Mann also playing for the Villa Brats. So you combine a lot of these players together, you got about 4 or 5 players here that play for Villa Brats. Marissa Beck does. Tony Nunez does. Nice kick away by the Dons. Hopped right over to Jerry Tallarino, and Jerry's club team is the Pegasus. There are a couple of scripts in Pegasus teams, so it really depends on the age level of it and the coaching, because you got under 17, you have under 19, so some of the underclassmen will play for those. And depending on how their skill level is, they may end up also playing for the older team. The under 19, that is. Header in the air by Fournier. La Jolla trying to just tactically place the ball where they want it and trying to strategically try to get some shots inside, as play slowing up somewhat now. High boot by the keeper, hopped out towards midfield, and taken away by Holder again. Couldn't find the open player, however, and University takes control again. Good passing. Nunez looking for somebody inside. Cross to the left-hand side, looking for Ippolito. Knocked away by the defense. Good play. Erin Riss, number 20, was in the game. We had failed to mention that she had come in, and now we have a free kick coming up here. I believe it's going to be an indirect for the University team. So we had a foul on the outside of the box, not inside, so it will be indirect. To do the honors will be direct, I'm sorry. It'll be Jeanne Fournier, so she'll have a direct kick on goal here, as there is a foul just in that general area. Here she comes, shot on goal, twisted over to Jerry Tallarino. Had a nice little arc on it, that shot. I know what she was trying to do, but couldn't quite get it in. Nice try by Jeanne. So it remains 1-0, University over La Jolla. And there's Jerry again with it. University has had the edge here in the first half. La Jolla made a couple small runs, but nothing really serious. A couple shots on goal by Salas that were a little bit off. University has been knocking at the goal door lately, though, and they had a couple corner kicks that were fed close to the net but couldn't go in. Stephanie Edwards, the left fullback, she shares time with Sarah Flox. Although Sarah may not play today, she's played a lot of the games Stephanie has in the playoffs, and she really knows how to read the soccer game real well and knows what to do when and where. She's got the natural skills to go along with it. Uranga will take charge on the free kick. Headed out towards the goalie inside. The defense does the job right there, as Kilcoyne was hoping for the opportunity to just flip it in with her foot. Couldn't do it. The 4 defenders for La Jolla were all around it. Jessa Lewis, Allison West, Blanca Bayardo, and Stephanie Edwards. A good foursome for the Vikings on D. I believe it was Blanca Bayardo, if I'm not mistaken, who kicked that ball away and cleared it out of danger for a second. Kick from the corner by the Dons again. They've had several of those in this first half of play. Drop down, and it will go over to La Jolla. Lisa Holder will take the kick. Directed out towards the right side. Over to wrist. She can't get it, though. The defense was there. Great job on D by Katie Ott. She redirected her body to where the ball was, and wrist couldn't go too far, but it was off of her, so Aaron will throw it back in. Nice slide by the keeper to try to stop it. She's out of the box, however. University trying to clear it away. A shot by Salas was blocked. Here comes Blanca Bayardo, and she tries to get rid of it, so the University team dodging a bullet there, though, because the keeper, when the keeper goes out of the box like that, it's open season on the net. But fortunately for them, they had 4 defenders blocking the goal net while the goalie wasn't there. She was on the left-hand or right-hand corner of the net, depending on your perspective. But they were able to get back in time and stop the shot by Salas. She's taken the shots on goal. She's really been the offensive catalyst in this game. So Bayardo will take the free kick. Actually, Salas, that is. A shot that's blocked by the wall, and they do the job for the second time. So their defense has done the job these last couple minutes as La Jolla trying to get back in and try to tie this game up. But they have been denied in this first half of play 4 or 5 times. Here comes O'Leary. Carey looking for someone to pass to inside. Tried to get Ippolito, but blocked away. She gets it back again. Carey, pass inside to the left. Over to Ott. Knocked out of there by the defense of La Jolla. Good play. Aaron Rist all over the field on that one, playing midfield. So does the job on defense as well as offense, as you saw in these last several moments. Good play by the Vikings as they stop University's drive. And coming out of the game is Summer Porter. She'll take a rest. And deservedly so. She's done a good job today. Doing a lot of throw-ins for her team and defending. And I believe, indeed it is coming into the game, Debbie Stenzel for University coming in the game. So Debbie will give Summer a rest as she will play in that right fullback position. Debbie's dad, Charlie, of course, has coached teams over the years, and Debbie plays for Scripps United during the off-season for high school, and possibly she'll be playing in the State Cup after these playoffs, and this actually championship game is over. La Jolla hoping for an opportunity or 2 more before halftime. We are in the closing 2 or 3 minutes of play for the first half. It's been a good battle so far, though. The edge is definitely on University's side, but La Jolla has had some threats too. Edges don't really mean much if you don't win the game. One nothing really is not much of, it's almost like a tie. You got to approach it like a tie, 1-0. Even if you're ahead, you can't afford to let up in any moment. Passed out, intercepted by Rist. Nice move there by Fournier. A good hustle on her part. Over is Bayardo in the game a lot today. Ippolito over to Ott towards the middle. Knocked out, intercepted by Holder. And now Jerry Tallarino. Jerry has been very busy behind the net today for La Jolla. She's done a good job. Kicked out of there, taken back away by the Vikings. As we're winding down the first half of play, you see some spectators out there. Not too many that you'd expect, but of course you got to remember a lot of these folks are just getting off work, and I'm sure when we get to the second half or even past that point, there'll be a lot of people in the stands, a lot more of them getting to the park from work. Here at Torrey Pines High School Stadium, a beautifully built complex. Big budget high school it is in San Diego, as everybody knows. Referee's clock, very flexible. It says 3 minutes on the scoreboard, and as we mentioned earlier, we'll just have to wait and just listen to the referee's whistles to end this first half of play. Stenzel there around it, trying to feed it off. She finds her sweeper. And now the keeper working together. I'm sure Debbie's going to get a lot more playing time next year. She's a sophomore this year. And good chance she may very well be a starter in her junior year. Good chance for her now to get some experience, as Coach Butch Lee likes to give everybody a chance to play and get some time in to where they can use that experience valuably the next season. Fournier has been in the game a lot, doing a lot of the kicking, as she will do. Plays for Crusaders Soccer Club during the off-season. Nice lofting kick. Headed out Ippolito, bounced to Jerry, and she makes the save. Wasn't a big shot on goal, but the intention was definitely there as far as what she wanted to do with it. Ippolito just couldn't quite get it in and passed Jerry. Fournier. Over to Ott. One touched over to Kilcoyne. Whistles, I believe that's it. The end of the first half of play. Indeed it is. So the University of San Diego High School Dons 1, the La Jolla Vikings 0. University tallying in the first 10 minutes of the game on a goal by Shelley Kilcoyne on an assist from Carrie O'Leary. The only score of the game, 2 injuries in the first half. One to McCare Kelly for University, and one for La Jolla's Julie Mon, their catalyst, early in this game. We'll be back for the second half of play in just a few moments.
Last year when we played them, we were down. We came back inside in 2-2. All right, so we can come from behind. We've done it before. Let's concentrate on controlling the ball, finding the open player, playing it to him. Stephanie, when you're taking the throw-ins, don't throw it to Pam's feet. Just Pam's feet. Just throw it all the way over her head as hard as you can.
We are a team. We're playing great. You guys, we are playing great. Keep it up. I know. You guys.
Second half of play about to get underway. University leading La Jolla 1-0. I'm George Langevin. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. It's been pretty interesting, hasn't it? Each team having a player get injured, which is not a fun thing to know, but it shows the competitiveness of this particular event. The CIF Division III championship game here at Torrey Pines High School. So, the only goal in the game scored by Shelley Kilcoyne on an assist from Carrie O'Leary from the right-hand side. And that's it. That's all it's been. That goal was scored in the first 10 minutes or so of the game, actually the 13th minute of the first half. Let's just start out here in minute number 41, and here we go. Going over now is La Jolla. They'll be traveling to our left-hand side, and to our right-hand side will be the University Dons. University in the white and red, and La Jolla in the purple and white and black. Drop down over towards midfield as University tries to establish their offense and get things rolling for the second half of play. A fine team indeed they are. They won 18 games during the regular season, lost 4 and tied 5. So they've really had a successful year, looking for the 19th win and the championship this evening. And a few more folks, as you see, starting to come in from work, and people are starting to show up for this one as we're right towards darkness now as we open up this second half of play. Just sit back and relax and enjoy a game of soccer. A nice hustle by Ippolito against her defender. She did a great job on her too, stopping her. And we'll have a kick from the goal, actually from the corner by University. And it'll be who else but Shelly Kilcoyne. Shelly scored that goal earlier in this game. And it'll go back over to Kilcoyne again. She'll try it one more time. If first you don't succeed, try again if you can, especially in soccer. You get that opportunity, but you don't always. Lift it up towards the left-hand side of the net and away as the Vikings are ready for it. O'Leary now from the right-hand side. She was dangerous that way earlier in the game on that assist to Kilcoyne, but it will go back out of bounds. So McCare Kelly back in the soccer match as we start here in the second half. Hopefully she's okay. She looks as though she's moving all right. Apparently she had some problem with her knee, or on the joint, the ligament around her knee, which is a very common soccer injury. Don't quite know the exact name to call it. It's like a cruciate ligament, some kind of muscle around it that you can a lot of times pull or hurt because of your turnaround, going for the ball or tackling, being aggressive. But she's in there. She seems to be doing okay, so that'll help her team out a lot. Erin Ippolito getting tied up nicely there by La Jolla's Blanca Bayardo. Players just trying to untie themselves. They're playing real hard right now, just trying to get that ball out into the open. Hard shot that goes short to the left and out of bounds. That one taken by Tony Nunez. She's taken several of them tonight, but has not been successful, but she's been very much a threat. La Jolla regains possession. Nice play by Holder. And one of the players, I think, thinking she may have had a penalty. That's an offsides. Indeed it is. But I thought that she actually was a foul earlier, but this one now is just an plain old offsides. And so La Jolla hoping to get a break, but just couldn't do it. Kind of frustrating for them. They've hoped to have more intensity on the net but they haven't quite had that so far this evening. We haven't seen Julie Mon in the game yet, so don't know if she'll be okay. I was told by the coaches that she had a sprained ankle, so I don't know if that's serious enough for her not to go back in. We'll have to take a look and see here. Until then, it's going to be Julie Salas in her front line trying to get some goals in for La Jolla. Here comes La Jolla's Jessa Lewis trying to dish it off to somebody. And I hope, we've talked about this before, we really hope that the World Cup will come to play in the United States in '94 and be successful as they plan on having it here, and hopefully that will influence the youth players of today and tomorrow of trying to become professional soccer players, because there's so many youth teams out in San Diego and all across the country that a lot of these players, I think, don't feel as though, at least when they get to high school or close to it, that they really want to play soccer, because they start realizing there really isn't enough money in it. And that hopefully will change with the advent of the World Cup in a couple of years. We've got some great talent out there, but the talent doesn't always want to go for it. If they don't think they can make money in it, they'll switch to another sport. So we will have a free kick for the Vikings. As McCare Kelly earlier in your screen trying to get something going on goal. She looks like she was slowed up a little bit on that injury, but she seems like she'll do okay though. She's an important player to have in that game. She's very inspirational. McCare trying to pass it, couldn't quite find Ippolito. Now Aaron still staying with it, trying to look for a shot, couldn't do it. Defense doing a good job for La Jolla, right on it right there. They've been the spark plug of this team today. McCutcheon losing it, back over to Fournier. And now O'Leary in the right-hand corner. Carey, centering pass inside, shot on goal, and it's off to the right, just off. Ippolito, she was off bounds taking the shot. Nice try by Aaron and a nice pass by Carey O'Leary as University nearly had their second score. Good teamwork by the Dons and it nearly paid off. A good look at Erin Ippolito. Erin, when she's not playing high school soccer, plays for Scripps United. That's center forward, a key offensive position. She scored 13 goals on the year and nearly had her 14th inside again, University, and kicked out by La Jolla as the Dons are making a run for it. McCare slipping to the ground, and let's see, she's limping again a little bit. She's up on her feet, though. Apparently she'll be okay. And she had some physical contact, and University getting awarded the ball on the free kick foul. But I guess she'll be okay. She's still there, so she'll be in the game, I guess, for a little longer. Or maybe the rest of the way if she can hold up. She's an important player for this team. And can really kick the ball hard. Cleared out of there by the Vikings again. Trying to get some offense going. They're playing a little bit defensively. They've had to lately. They just have not been able to get the drives going that they'd like. Over there is Miley Robichaud. She'll dish it off to David. We're in minute number 49 in this game. And it's University leading La Jolla 1-0. O'Leary to the left, shooting it, and not quite hard enough. She tried to find a pocket in the corner of the net. Looks like a little soft pool shot in the corner of a pool table, but she couldn't quite do it. As Jerry Tallarino, the senior goalie, takes it away. Both goalies for each team are seniors, so it remains to be seen who their replacements will be for the next year. Actually, I believe for La Jolla, it's going to be Leslie Kafka. Leslie will probably play goalie as a senior next year, most of the time. She was a starter as a sophomore, but she had less playing time because she got into a summer car accident and also hurt one of her fingers during the season. But, well, she also is really good friends with Jerry, so she can relate, because both of them kind of shared the position earlier in the year. But just been a tough year for Leslie, but I'm sure she'll come back strong as a senior next year. Things happen like that. You just got to bounce back. It's a great thing about sports, though. It can teach you the ups and downs in life just by being a winner one day and a loser the next. To know what it takes to succeed and not to, and how to come back and not give up. Kicked over there to midfield and back over as La Jolla trying to make a run. And there is long-legged Lisa Holder. And the Dons keeping with it, staying with it. Good maneuverability there shown by Marissa Beck. She's very good at dribbling the ball and working around the players. And she will get the benefit of the throw-in. Cleared out of there. And back over. Ippolito will run it down. I think she'll be able to throw this one in and get the opportunity to do so. Erin Ippolito. A great year for Erin. Lifted out towards the middle. O'Leary running it down. Can't quite get to it. Again, she's got to watch it. When the bigger players go against her, that's her only weakness. But she's got such great speed. She can recover and get right to it. And there she is again. She's been in the game so much today. McCare Kelly. Timing pass, trying to find Ippolito, but it falls short to the right. Nice intention by McCare, though. Trying to help out on a possible shot on goal. Allison West, the co-captain for La Jolla. Drop down. The co-captains for the Dons are Tony Nunez, we wanted to mention her, and also Tracy Healy, both players playing in the midfield. And that kind of makes sense. Players right in the center of the field, directing the offense and defense, and just taking charge, being the leaders that the team expects them to be, especially as a captain, to give them encouragement. Inside now, as the goalie had it, and she beat Christy Carter to it, as they had a run downfield there to the left. But the goalie was right on her toes, as Ann David was able to beat her attacker to the ball. Nice try by Christy Carter. Christy has great natural ability. She has scored some goals this year. She's replacing the injured Julie Mond. And everybody from La Jolla, of course, hoping she'll come back, but we haven't seen her, so it's really hard to say. Again, David being tested. Now La Jolla making some threats. as David came right out of the box and was aggressive and able to, again, beat Carter to the ball. So now it's turning the tide a little bit, as this game will do, as La Jolla now making some threats on goal. Shot on goal by Polito. It just goes short to the left-hand side and behind the net. Nice try by Erin again. She had several shots on goal today. At center circle area is Anna Uranga. And there's McCare. She's still in the game. Seems to be doing okay. Kind of conserving energy and getting ready to try to receive a possible pass, trying to put it in. It's the thing about soccer, though, you got to run hard, but when you have an opportunity to rest for a second, especially when a ball goes out of bounds, you definitely want to take advantage of it and have the opportunity later when you have to really push to go for it. And a shot on goal there, hits the top of the crossbar and out of bounds. Nice try by Shelley Kilcoyne, the left forward. Shelley with 7 goals on the year, nearly had her 8th. So the Dons getting some quality shots on goal. Shelley Kilcoyne looking to tally actually her 9th. She had already scored one in the game, looking for a second one. McCary Kelly now putting it back in to play towards O'Leary. Bolito hustling, but it will be a goal kick for La Jolla. So back and forth we go. Each team has had their chances. These last few minutes of play, they've kind of flip-flopped around, had their sequences, but neither team has tallied. It still remains 1-0, University. McCare Kelly to the right corner, but she can't keep it in bounds. Care plays for the Scripps United team as well, I believe. Coached by Larry Pericano. Larry has been coaching the Scripps League for years, and he also is the head coach for Our Lady of Peace girls soccer team, who were in the playoffs this year and were very, very successful. So these girls know what it takes to win, not only in high school but also club. But not only that, the coaches that are around have been very successful if they end up being different folks. And now we have another injury, and it looks as though McCare just can't continue. She tried real hard, and I tell you, got to give her credit. She'll play as much as she possibly can, but she just can't continue. So she's going to have to sit down. She's in pain, and coming in there for her will be Katie Ott. So Katie will play midfield. Very valuable second player for Butch Lee, and she's helped out a lot in this game as well. Fournier, and now Salas. Salas making a run. For a moment, Fournier knocking it down and away. Nice play by Genet. So Amanda Salas will get the opportunity to put the ball back into play here. A 1-0 deficit against La Jolla. Throw in, trying to lead it up to her teammate, couldn't find her. And now Carter, as the ball just trickled towards her. She tried to poke one through the goalie and passed her, but the goalie beat her to the ball again. The third time in the last 10 minutes she's done that. But again, you just have to have the right pulse and tempo and momentum and placement of where the ball is to beat the goalie. And some goalies are just excellent players, and I know David has shown some consistency tonight. She's been very steady throughout the year, and she continues to show why she gets the job done. Lifted away by Pam Lear, the outside midfielder. Jolla just trying to get something going, some fluid passing. They haven't really had that today. Salas, nice lob towards the corner to wrist, but again, David is there. She anticipated it well, and she knew where she had to be at the right place at the right time, and that has paid off for the Dons in maintaining their 1-0 lead here. We're about 18 minutes into the second half of play. No one has tallied at all in the second half. We've had many shots on goal by either side. More so by University, as La Jolla has had some chances to almost shoot it in, but they couldn't quite get it, as David was right there, and again, she'll grab it. Crowd looking pretty strong here, rooting on the Vikings on that side. This game, of course, being videotaped from the University bench, and they are the home team tonight. Of course, this being a neutral site, doesn't really mean that much. It determines where you sit on which side of the field. Fans can go either way, of course. Kicked away, nice back kick. I like watching that in soccer. It's a lot of fun to see the players reverse their kicks like that. It shows so much skill and talent. It's really enjoyable to watch. Placed towards the attacker for La Jolla. Actually, midfielder Lair, but she couldn't get it in. The clock says 22 minutes and 27 seconds left in this game. David, nice kick all the way to midfield. Great to see a goalie do that too. Able to clear that ball far enough to get at least past the midfield stripe to get it out of your defensive area. Not only that, to have the goalie perfectly place the kick to where the player in front can literally just feed off of it and continue to progress with it. And that really adds a lot of yardage to the kicks that they have. Salas trying to place it to the corner again. She's been trying to do that all evening and try to find Rist or Carter, but unable to do so. They just haven't been there when she kicks it, just because the defense has been very effective for University. Let's go over there, the 4 players on the defense for University again. They've done really well tonight. Marissa Beck, Miley Robichard, Jeanette Fournier, and Summer Porter. All 4 of them have been very effective out there. You really got to commend them. So from the far side, we'll have another toss-in for the Dons. David makes the save. That was the most challenging one tonight that we have seen, exception of one earlier in the first half. Now she's asking what to do or where the ball should be, and it's going to go, apparently she's going to work with her sweeper on that. So, Ann David, the senior goalie, will wait now, and don't know if there's an injury or something else happening. Play is being slow to begin here. I guess she's waiting for her players to get back into position. Actually, I think she's just challenging La Jolla. They are ahead by 1. They can kill a little bit of time if they want to. See if they can come back and challenge them. They never did. I guess she's just waiting for someone to rush up to her. Don't really know the story behind that, but it could very well be the case. Amanda Salas will try to take the opportunity to put it back in and place the ball where she wants it. She's been very accurate with her kicking and throwing in tonight. And I think we're going to have some substitutions coming into the game. Yes, indeed, La Jolla's Pam Lear will go out of the game, and she will take a rest. Coming into the game will be, take a look here and see who it is. Coach Larry Mang and his assistant. And it'll be number 28, the freshman, Lisa Hodge. So she'll come in and play a frontline position. Dons is maintaining that 1-0 lead for the past 40 minutes of this game, including the remainder of the first half. Trying to hang on. They have been doing so successfully. But not only just hanging on, they've had some great shots that they almost got in the second half as well. Bolito's header was a little off at one point. A couple of kicks that were just one actually by number 3, Shelley Kilcoyne, that hit the top of the crossbar and bounded away. They had a lot of authority. Yeah, it was another close call. And now Carrie O'Leary, who has been behind that first score, passing it off to Ott along the right corner. And knocked out, but Ott will retain it and set up a corner situation for USDHS. University plays their home games at University of San Diego, which of course is across the street from the high school, and that's why they call it University of San Diego High School. And I don't know if they're ever planning to have their own field, because sometimes you get conflicts with the college team concerning games like that. Lifted up in the air and dropped down as things slowing up a little bit here. And there's Jerry Tallarino. Jerry, the most improved player for last season, says Coach Larry Mang. Over there to Ott. Ott, really a young player learning the game, but she's learned an awful lot, and I know she has tonight. And over through the entire season. I'm sure she's going to be a fine player. Even more improved next year. And out of bounds it goes. Katie generally will share the duties with Tracy Healy at the mid position, but she is filling in for McCare because she got injured tonight. Now over towards the left-hand corner. Here comes the sweeper as she is protecting her goalie and did a good job beating the attacker to the ball. And La Jolla has not been able to beat University for the ball as much as they'd like. That key phrase in soccer, win the ball, win the ball. It's been more of University doing so in this game.
In the middle, Mark Katie.
Shelley Kilcoyne putting it back into play and cleared out of there by Salas. Play slowing up as the attackers try to run in towards the ball and get things going here, but not to be. So University hoping to win back-to-back titles. Be a great way to start the 90s and say maybe they can be called the team of the 90s, winning a 90-91 season and then 91-92 season. That'd be kind of neat to be able to say that. End up winning the first two titles of the 90s like that. Maybe there'll be another Valhalla. Of course, the Valhalla Norseman, coached by George Logan. George is possibly going to be retiring from soccer, I believe, after the season was over, or even maybe one more year, but I hear it's coming to an end for him. He's had some great seasons, some great players, and they were very much a dominant team for the CIF, and maybe this team will become the same. Coming in again, back in the game was and is Aaron Rist. It's very exciting to have a player, all the parents that are watching this game, to say that they were on 3 consecutive championship teams. University can win tonight. They'll have an opportunity to make it 3 in a row next year. Kicked off to the side and out of bounds by Ott. Nice try by Katie. University of San Diego High School, of course, a private school, with La Jolla being a public school. But La Jolla does have some college preparatory courses that are very hard to get in other schools, and some of the players will not be from that area. They will go to that school, which is unusual, but not for the sake of what they want to do with what they're taking. Over there is La Jolla again. They're looking to get something started. Pass towards the sideline, but right over to the keeper of University. And you see some people coming in, getting ready for the second game tonight, and probably trying to catch a remainder of this game. Second game this evening is going to be the St. Augustine Saints against the Mission Bay Bucks. Again, two teams who have played each other during the regular season. Very exciting to see that, when teams can end up getting a rematch of their competition in the CIF final. And it has happened a few times already in this postseason. Mira Mesa and Patrick Henry will be playing in the boys Division I final tomorrow night. They've played each other all the time during the Eastern League competition. San Diego will be playing Benita Vista in the girls Division I final, so that should be interesting as well. Here comes Salas now on a run, a shot on goal, tipped by the keeper, and over towards the side. Here comes the sweeper trying to clear it, and she does the job as it goes off her opponent. Oh, that was a close call for University, as Salas took a hard shot, went off of David, and trickled towards the sweeper. She was there where she had to be. Not only was it important for Ann to be there, but Marissa was there too, and she cleared it out of there. Amanda Salas was denied a goal, and that was the closest call University has had all night. And they have dodged a huge, huge bullet, or even we could say cannon, of a shot on goal there, as it is still 1-0 University over La Jolla. So we'll see if La Jolla can come back from that, not get down on themselves, and see if they can take some more shots and make some more threats and try to even the score here. As time winding down, we're down to the last 12 or 13 minutes of this one. So there aren't going to be too many more opportunities. They've got to quickly create them. And I know the Dons are not going to be rushing around. They're going to let the clock tick away. Kicked out of there by Tony Nunez. Nunez again. Trying to get it towards the near side. Katie Ott can't keep it inbounds. Nice hustle, though. I'm sure Katie will be playing an awful lot next year for University. She looked pretty good out there so far. The Dons holding on to that 1-goal lead. Coach Nunez, the assistant, looking on as Katie will put it back into play. Centering pass inside. Shot off the side of Nunez's foot. Nice try. She went all out trying to follow up on that one if no one else could. And she ran pretty quickly towards the center, but it will go over to La Jolla. Nice try for Nunez. La Jolla, don't remember the last time they've been in the final, but it's been a while. And, of course, it gets nerve-wracking if you've never been in a championship game. But if they don't win tonight, I'm sure next year, with some of these same players coming back, it'll be a different story. They will know what it takes. Inside now, O'Leary, her kick blocked and knocked away nicely by Jessa Lewis. Good play by the sweeper, doing her job again. Jessa made second team all-league last year as a starter. And she plays in the game 100% all the time, and she showed why she has that capability. So a crucial corner kick coming up here. La Jolla must hold off University to have an opportunity as the time is winding down. Kick by Shelley Kilcoyne, centering pass inside, a shot that goes off to the side. Nice try by the Dons. They nearly had another goal there, but La Jolla controlled it at the right time. Katie Ott battling, trying to get up and try to redirect the offense inside, but Ippolito couldn't get a chance to shoot it. O'Leary trying to pass it, intercepted by the Vikings. McCutcheon clearing it over midfield. Can't find the open player, though, and that's the key here of this game so far. La Jolla has not been able to find the open players as often as they would like. And the University has just been winning the ball a little bit more often than La Jolla would want them to do so. And David will clear it out again. As we're winding down, we have about 8 minutes or so left in this soccer match. 1-0 University. Miley Robichaud reserve the ball and give it back over to her teammate. It's been a good battle, though, a really entertaining game. And I'm sure a lot of the players who played on the last year's championship game feel as though this one really was more competitive, more exciting, more gut-wrenching than the other one that they played in. And I think it really has been. 1-0. And you got to give La Jolla a lot of credit, too, because they're losing by 1 goal, but they did lose their main catalyst on offense right in the first, 4 or 5 minutes of the game. And that's very difficult to come back to. But, again, you got to play with heart, too. You got to play out there and just shrug it off and just go out there and do the best you can. O'Leary from the right corner, making a run forward. Centering pass inside. Ippolito, one touched over to Nunez, too hard of a shot and out of bounds. And, oh, she wished she had that one back. A little smile on her face, but, oh, she had an opportunity again. I'm sure she'd have another way of shooting it. But nice try by her. Good one-touch passing by University to get to that point of taking that shot. And La Jolla with the goal kick. O'Leary winning it. And again, it's something that La Jolla has had trouble with these 11 moments of the game. Miley Robichaud will put it back in for the Dons. Miley is only a freshman, so she's got a great career ahead of her for the Dons. To start as a freshman and then to have that background behind you to keep on playing, especially when you're a junior or senior, you're going to be a great player. And Miley making a good kick right over there to Ippolito. She kicks it behind her. University flowing pretty well now for a second. Kicked out of there by the defense as they just try to trickle it out of bounds. which you want to do, but at this point with La Jolla, they really need to just start passing it. Time is really winding down. They need to get opportunities made for themselves. So Ott will throw it back in. She's been very active in that department from that left side. University looking to tally up one and put up an insurance goal here to try to seal this one up. La Jolla just is playing defense right now, of course, but they just need to get a breakaway or some kind of open shot. But their passing flow just has not quite been there tonight, at least consistently enough. University has been able to mark the players very well, been able to stifle their attack. Over now to Kilcoyne, but it goes out of bounds. But of course, actually it did go off of her, so Shelley will give way to La Jolla on that one. Thought for a second she tapped the ball off of her opponent so that she could get the ball back, but apparently not. And some more changes for La Jolla. Coming in back in the game is Pam Lear, the senior midfielder. Over towards the corner. Ippolito getting past one, but not another as that one rolls out. So corner kick coming up here. We've got about 7 minutes left in the game. It's going to be Shelley Kilcoyne. Shelley great at placing those corner kicks. Centering in the middle, up and header, it goes in! A goal, Erin Ippolito. Perfect placement of the ball by Shelley Kilcoyne, and Erin headed it up in the air and over the head of Jerry Tallerino. Jerry very frustrated as the University Dons have added that important insurance goal with only minutes remaining in the game. This may have sealed the victory for them as the Dons are leading it 2-0, and Erin Ippolito getting a very important insurance goal here late in the game. Beautiful goal, just picture perfect really. Not much Jerry could do about it. When a header is placed that way and you can direct it as to where the goalie is trying to catch you, you really can't do anything about it. And it was just a beautifully, perfectly set up goal by University, and now they're ahead by 2. And now it's just a matter of them just killing time on the clock, trying to just let the whistle blow. And now we're going to have some changes quickly by Butch Lee, as Butch will make some changes and give some of his well-deserved players a rest. Summer Porter will come in, and she'll get some more playing time in there. And coming out of the game doing a good job is Katie Ott. Katie excited about that, witnessing that last goal that she was around. So she'll come out and Summer Porter will go in. And we'll have a toss-in from the near side. So as the clock winds down here, La Jolla just wanting to play for some pride and try to get at least one back and then take it one at a time. Going towards the right. Over there is Allison West, this stopper. Over towards the area, and they're going to have actually a goal kick here. They've just really got to make a run for it. University, though, moving up all the players now, just trying to play defense to stop any possible attacking for La Jolla. They can afford to give up one goal, so they can really get away with doing this, and they're just pushing everybody up and just going to kill some time. This game nearly over, but again, La Jolla, if they can just get one and make them feel pretty good about, you know, putting one across the board. Cleared out of there in the open field, run down by the sweeper, Marissa Beck. Risks trying to shoot it, and she shoots right to David, though, as she was right where she should have been, with an easy scoop and a clear. So now they're saying 3 minutes left on the clock, and of course subject to how long the referee thinks the game will be as far as injury time and substitutions. So we'll just have to see, but it is winding down. We're towards the end now. Another shot, actually passed back over to the keeper. She'll just clear it away and kick it towards the sideline and get it to go out of bounds and waste time on the clock. Well, the Vikings, they beat them 4-1 in the season. They lost him 2-1 in the league title game to tie for the title. Nothing to be ashamed of. If they lose tonight, they'll end up with a 14-5-1 overall season record. If University can win, it'll be 19-4-5 to finish up this season. And how fitting can it be, really, the top-seeded teams playing each other here in this game? That's what it's meant to be. You get playoffs, you get different teams playing each other. But really, the teams that really had the great record during the season, you really wish to be in there, going past those few rounds with some of the teams that didn't do as well. And a save by Jerry by the net. I'm George Langevin. I hope you really enjoyed watching this game, whether you were rooting for La Jolla or University. It's been a really exciting match, I believe. Seen a lot of good playing by both teams. They played with a lot of care and pride and heart and any way they could to win this game. And it just fell short for La Jolla. University has done an excellent job in maintaining their lead throughout this game. And really, you got to tip your hat to them. If anybody here was interested in getting another sporting event done or any kind of family-related activity with a, as far as dancing, graduation, wedding, etc., you can give George Langevin Productions a call at 549-9952. Would be very happy to service you with a professional video production. Salas giving way to her teammate now as they just look to place that ball near the net and get some kind of action towards it. Taken back away by the Dons. I'm sure La Jolla has let down now. It's not hard to do when you're behind by 2 with only a few minutes remaining, but they battled hard. It was 1-0 for so long, and then that goal towards the end of the game sometimes can break your back. Sports is very psychological. Physical skills are important, but a lot of it can be mental as well. Like in a football game, when the other team scores a couple touchdowns, you're behind, it gets very difficult to come back. It's the same kind of idea in soccer with a goal. The heart of a soccer game is 3 goals, but here we only have a few minutes remaining. And there it is, actually the end of the game, and the final score, the University High School Dons 2, the La Jolla Vikings nothing, as they take the Division III CAF title for the 2nd year in a row, the first 2 years of the 90s, as they try to become the girls soccer team of the 90s. The Dons with a great victory over La Jolla, a well-fought game, hard-earned victory, really one that they can cherish for a long time. I'm George Langevin. We'll be back with a recap of this game in just a moment.
Hey, Julie, great job. Good job. Awesome.
What do you got in your hands with, huh? You don't get anything. You've been eating too much.
did, I hope, huh?
Vikings are coached by Larry Reed.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. You're eating too much there.
Hey, Larry, I'll hold that up, will you?
Now we have the championship patch presentation. Championship patch. Your patch tonight will be number 2, Summer Porter. Shelly Kilcoy. Number 5, Kelly Shea.
There's some girls, isn't there?
They did not call my name. They did. They said Carrie. They did not call my name. Okay.
Recap of tonight's game has La Jolla losing to University 2-0. A goal in the first half early on by University by Shelly Kilcoyne and an assist from Carrie O'Leary. Nice pass from Carrie to help Shelly out and tally it in. And that stayed the same way at halftime, 1-0. And then in the second half, University scored one late in the game to seal it, 2-0, as a goal by Aaron Ippolito on a beautiful corner kick feed from Shelly Kilcoyne to wrap it up for University as they win their second consecutive CIF title, 2-0. I am George Langevin, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope we'll see you again real soon.
You're unbelievable.